Hello my friends, in this session we are going to discuss the data types. We need to understand that how many types of data do we have. My friends, for example, we write this instruction a is equal to 40. So what that instruction means that I'm asking him to create a variable, give it a name a and store 40 in that variable. So my friend, in this box is a variable which will contain the data. So this 40 is the data. Okay, let's write another instruction. Print 2 plus 4. So what it will do, the computer will add this 2 with 4. So this 2 is the data and 4 is the data. It will add them and display the result on the screen. So for example, we write b is equal to a plus 50. So what that instruction means, I'm asking it that Mr. Computer add 50 with the value of a. It means a contains the data, pick up that data and add with this data 50 and the result is 90. So inside b it will store 90. So these things are the data. Computer has to process the data. So in this session we are going to discuss that how many types of data do we have. So we have two types of data, my friends. The first one is numeric and the second one is non-numeric. We need to understand the difference between numeric and non-numeric data. Okay, so my friends, numeric data is that data which we can use in mathematical operations, and these are the mathematical operations. So the data on which we can do mathematical operations are called the numeric data, and on the data which we cannot do mathematical operations. So the difference is the mathematical operations, and these are the mathematical operations. So for example, we write 2 plus 7. So see here, we are trying to add 2 and 7. This is the addition process. We can only add these two if this is numeric data and this is numeric data. So the difference is the mathematical operation. My friends, numeric data can further be divided into two types. The numeric data which contains the decimal point. Which contains the decimal point, and numeric data which do not contain the decimal point. Which do not contain the decimal point. Okay, so both of them are the numeric data. On both of them we can do the mathematical operations, but the numeric data which contains the decimal point. So for example, 27.50, 42.7. So this is the numeric data, this is the numeric data, but it contains the decimal point. And this is the numeric data which do not contain the decimal point. For example, 27, 7,342. So this is the numeric data, and this it doesn't contain the decimal point. So my friends, we have given it a name. So this one is called float. So the numeric data which contains the decimal point, we call them float, and the numeric data which do not contain the decimal point, we call it integer. So from now on, we will be using the word float and integer. So whenever we use the word float, it means we are talking about the numeric data on which we can do mathematical operations. but that numeric data can contain the decimal point, so that is called the float. And numeric data which do not contain a decimal point are called the integers. So from now on we will be using the terms integer and float. Now my friends, we need to understand one other thing. So whenever you are giving the data to the computer, so for example a is equal to 50, so what we are asking him, we are asking him that store 50 in a. So 50 means we are talking about the data. So here this is the data. The problem is that how computer will know that what type of data we are providing him. Are we providing him float data, or we are providing him integer data? Okay, so my friends, the important thing here is we have got rules. We will be writing the data by following the rules. So for integer we have two rules. The first rule is digits only. The data can only contain the digits, and it can contain plus and minus sign. These are the only two rules which we have to follow. So whenever we are giving the integer data, these are the rules. So we cannot write anything other than digits and plus minus sign. For example 27, for example 34, for example plus 7. My friends, this plus and this minus, these are not the addition and subtraction process. These are the signs, positive and negative data. So for example, today's temperature is -2. So this minus is telling us that this data is negative. This minus doesn't mean that we have to do the subtraction process. So this plus is positive and negative. So whenever we are giving the data, you have to use only these two things and nothing else is allowed. Only then the computer will understand that you are talking about integers. Okay, so now we have rules for float data. So for float data, we have three rules. We can only use digits, nothing else, plus and minus sign, and the third rule is this can contain a decimal point. So these are the only three rules for float data. Okay, so 27.50 minus 2.5. So if you look at these things, so these are all the float data. So here we are talking about the float data. So here we have the float data. Now, my friends, I'm asking you a question. So for example, I went to a shop and I bought something for $75. Can anyone tell me that what type of data it is? Is it integer data? Is it integer data or float data? My friends, this is an error. What do we mean by error? Error means computer won't understand what this thing is. The computer will never understand what this thing is. Why? My friends, look at the rules. So the rules for the integer is it can contain only digits and plus minus sign. Okay. And rules for the float is it can contain only digits, plus minus and decimal point. Look at this thing, my friend. We have a dollar sign here. Not allowed. Only these things. So the computer will get confused at what you are talking about. So it will give us an error that, sorry, I do not understand what this thing is. So whenever, my friends, you are giving the data, you have to follow the rules. So let's make a program, a small one. So a is equal to 89. Perfect. Print a. So what I have done here, the first instruction is Mr. Computer, make a variable with the name of a. So what it will do, it will create a variable with the name of a, and I'm asking him that store this data 89 there. So what type of data it is? So see, only digits and plus minus sign is allowed. We do not write a plus with the positive data. We do not have the decimal point. So here we are following the rules for integers. So now what it will do, it will take it as an integer data and it will store 89 there. And on the next line, we are asking him print A on the screen. So what it will do, run, and it will print the value of A on the screen, which is 89. Okay, so now let's change this thing and store $78. Let's run the program again. When you run the code, my friends, so here we are asking him that make a variable A and store $78 there. So the computer will look at the data and it will apply the rules. So what type of data it is? $sign. So see, integer data only only digits and plus minus sign. With the float data, only digits, plus minus sign and decimal point. So here we have a $sign, which is not allowed. $sign, any character is not allowed. Only digits. So see, it is telling us that invalid syntax. I'm sorry, at line number 1, I do not follow what that thing is. So it is giving you an error. It is not taking it as a data. So you have to strictly follow the integer data rules. Whenever you're giving the integer data, means only digits and plus minus sign. And whenever you are giving the float data, only digits, plus minus sign and decimal point. Okay, good. So now let's check the non-numeric. So my friend, non-numeric data, what is non-numeric data? The data on which we cannot do or we cannot use that data in mathematical operations. Okay, my friends, I'll give you another example. So for example, I'm writing let me change the color. M4573K. This is, for example, the postcode. Look at this data, my friends. So here we have 4, we have 5, we have 7, we have 3. These are numeric like, but we cannot do mathematical operations on that thing. My friends, whenever we talk about the data type, you will never look at the shape of data. It is always the quality or the nature of the data. So see, its shape is numeric like, but they are not numeric. You cannot do the mathematical operations on that thing. And the only difference between numeric and non-numeric data is mathematical operations. I hope you understand that point. So here, my friends, the data on which you cannot do the mathematical operation. And here we have got only one rule, my friend, only one rule. And the rule is that the data must be enclosed in speech marks or double quotations. So anything inside the speech marks, it will be non-numeric data. And we also call it string data. We also call it character data. Okay, so for example, UK, it is in the speech marks, so it is non-numeric data. Manchester, now it is non-numeric data. So for example, if you write London, what type of data it is? My friends, what type of data it is? Is this integer data? No. Is it float data? No, because for the integer data, it is not following the rules. The integer data only can contain digits and plus minus sign. Is it float data? No, because float data only can contain digits, plus minus sign and decimal point. So it is not the float data. It is not the integer data. Is it the string or non-numeric or character data? No, it is not. Why? Because the rule is the data must be in speech marks. So it is not in the speech marks. So again, computer will give you an error that I do not know what that thing is. So what you have to do, you have to enclose that thing in speech marks, then it will become the string data. And one other thing, point about the string data is, my friends, here you can write 45 and put that thing in double quotes. So now, my friends, this is the string data. Why it is numeric like. It is numeric like. These are the digits, but it is enclosed in the speech marks. When it is enclosed in the speech marks, it will become the string data. It will become the string data. Look at this data. Apply the rules. Is it integer data? No, because integer data can only contain the digits and plus minus sign. These are not digits. These are some extra characters. These are not inside the integer rules. Is this the float data? No. Even in the float data, we cannot use the speech marks. So when you put 45 in the speech marks, this will become the string data. And now on this data, we will never be able to do the mathematical operations. So now this is the string data. You cannot add anything, subtract anything, multiply or divide anything with this data because this is non-numeric. Let's quickly see that thing in Python. So here in city, I want to store London and I'll print city. Okay, so now let's run the code. And it is giving us an error. Why? Because the computer looked at the London and it got confused at what this thing is, because it is not the integer data, not following the integer rules. It is not the float data because it is not following the float rules. It is not the string data because it is not enclosed in the speech marks. So that is why on line number 9, it gave you an error that what London is, I do not know what that thing is. So what we need to do, if you want to make it the data, you have to close that thing in speech marks. So, and now let's run this thing again. Perfect. So now it has created a variable with the name of city and it stored that data because the variable will only contain the data. The data must be integer data or float data or string data. These are the 3 types which we have discussed. So it should be the data, and to make the data, you have to close that thing in speech marks. So now it will become the data and it will store London there. And now we are asking to print city. So it will go to that variable. It will pick up whatever is stored in that variable and it has printed that thing there. So my friend, in this session, we discussed the data types. Not only the data types, the rules for data as well. And these are very important to understand and apply.